Welcome to this episode of Jay Leno's Garage. The car we are featuring today is a true unicorn. By that, I mean it's a very unique muscle car, probably produced in smaller numbers than almost any other muscle car from the era. It is a 1967 Pontiac 2+2 HO with the 428 engine. Now, what that means is it's basically the same size as a Bonneville or a Catalina, but it is neither of those. Those had the 421 engine. This is the 428. And it's not even quite a 428. They called it that because Chevy and Ford had the 427, and Chrysler had the 426. So they just kind of fudged it up to 428 to sound a little bit more impressive than 421. It's got the hood tachometer, came with a manual transmission, rally wheels. You know, all the options of the period. This car was $4,000 brand new in 1967, which was a lot of money at the time. This was the car for the guy who thought the GTO was too small or was like a teenager's car. This was what was affectionately called a banker's hot rod. The equivalent might be the Buick GS. This was a big Pontiac. Not a lot of people wanted a big Cadillac-sized car with a manual transmission. They all wanted the automatic, but there were a few oddballs out there. I think they did maybe about 187 of these. Yeah, we didn't do any performance modifications other than the 6-speed transmission, but it just changes the car. It really makes it drivable now. What we did on this one is we took out the 4-speed and put in a Tremec Magnum 6-speed transmission because I wanted to get at least double-digit gas mileage at some point. This thing just eats gas like crazy. Luckily, our team, George and Jimmy, did a great job. We went with our favorite transmission, Tremec. Boy, they make stuff that fits in just about anything. It was a wonderful, easy job to do. American Powertrain helped us with all the ancillary stuff, like switching the clutch from manual to hydraulic. The modification. This transmission is about 1/4 of an inch higher than the standard 4-speed that was in here, so we had to modify the floor and the tunnel to take the 6-speed. The result? It works out great because your revs drop to about 2,100 RPM at 70 miles per hour. It's a great car to drive. Restoration and finding the car. To me, Pontiac was always the best handling of all the GM cars. I liked the Firebird more than the Camaro, and I liked the GTO more than some of the Chevelles. I had never really seen one of these. I found this at the Audrain auction, which takes place every year in Newport, Rhode Island. It's a great car show, with a small auction of maybe 80 or 90 cars. Unfortunately, the previous owner had heavily modified it. He put big police spotlights on it and altered the whole front end, which made it look kind of pimpy to me. I didn't like it, though he did a nice job on the paint and the chrome. When I got it, it looked pretty good, until I went to drive it at night and realized there were no lights. We pulled the dashboard out, and all the wires had just been zip-tied off in a bundle because it was obviously way too much work to put it right. Like a lot of auction cars, it looked perfect and drove okay, but I didn't have any lights. We finally got the wiring down, which took a few hours. Under the hood, the 428 engine. Before we take it for a drive, let's take a look under the hood. You kind of have to get down on one knee like you're proposing to this thing every time you open the hood. The engine. This is the original 428 motor. Normally, this would have been 360 horsepower, but this is the 376 horsepower version. It has the forged steel crank, high performance pieces, and a different carburetor. Engine bay. There is a lot of room. You can actually stand in this thing and work on it. It has the dual master cylinder. 1967 was the first year that became mandatory. Power steering and power brakes. The badging. I thought the previous owner stuck the 428 badge in there for whatever reason, but that's the way it came. They wanted everybody to know, no matter where you were, they wanted you to see 428. The test drive. Screenshot marker, 7 o'clock. Visual: Jay shifting the Hurst shifter into 6th gear while cruising on the sunny California highway at 70 miles per hour. Suddenly, it's 1967. This thing is so hilarious to drive. It's like driving the great outdoors. In modern cars, you have all kinds of safety features. In this thing, you're just on your own. It's between 3,800 and 4,000 pounds, largely due to the complete absence of any safety equipment. No steel door guard beams, no airbags, nothing. It's a perfect day here in California. There's something about a manual transmission in a big tank like this that just makes me smile. Obviously, new 10 speeds are much faster, but just knowing that you are in control, it's doing it because you want to do it, not because the transmission thinks you want to do it. That's what I like. And the hood tachometer is just a stroke of genius. I like it even better than a heads-up display. You can't help but have a smile on your face when you're driving this. Drop it into 6th gear. What am I turning? 1,700 revolutions per minute. That's not bad at 70 miles per hour, and it's got the torque to pull it. I love the massive Hurst shifter with the big cue ball on it. That was a magic name back in the 60s. If you've got one of these cars, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Join the Pontiac Club. They have access to every build sheet, and it's a fun group of guys. I've gone from not having any to being a 3-time Pontiac guy. See you guys next week.